However, there is a newspaper report that infant's corpse was raised here in 1824. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I am here in Belfast City and I'm in a cemetery here called Clifton Street Cemetery, and I believe there's Catholics and Protestants are buried here. So we're going to walk around, have a look at some of these old inscriptions here and graves. Also there's some stories here as well of grave robbers back in the day. Burke and Hare, those famous names, or infamous I should say, names, who were involved in stealing bodies. So this one here is in memory of Arthur Reed, who died the 2nd of February, or 2nd of January 1854, age 66. So that's the Reed. And then we have Crawford here. Arthur Crawford died in 1852, age 58 years old. So a lot of them, as you can see, are these plaques on the walls and the railings around them here. A style I really like. Now the cemetery here was opened in 1797, and I believe a year later they had to close because of flooding. This one here we have John Galt Smith, who was born in 1717, died in 1832, and his wife Margaret. She was born in 1782 and passed away in 1875. We also have Francis Barber, who died in 1866, and a number of names. But just up here, if you look, we can see a unicorn up there. Look at that. Beautiful urn here. Look at that. To the memory of Mary, daughter of the late Josias Cunningham, Esquire, who departed this life the 12th of August 1853, aged 26 years old. Eliza of the said above Esquire Cunningham, 1855, age 56. So there's a number of graves in here. There's also a plot here for paupers who are in unmarked graves. I believe there's thousands of paupers were laid to rest here in the unmarked graves. There is an area in the middle of the cemetery where they have marked it. Beautiful stone carving there. Sacred to the memory of Alexander Turnley, Esquire, who died on the 22nd of September 1850, aged 75. This tablet is erected by his affectionate children. And just beside here then as well, we have here light the body of Armanella Batt, wife of the Reverend William Batt, who died the 30th of July 1840, aged 69. And we have a Robert there, who died in 1841. So we can see down along there as we go around. We'll get around and look at those. A really nice one here. Look at this. We have a dove on it. And this is erected by James. Is that Campbell? In memory of his wife, Mary Milburn, who died in 1872, aged 61 years old. So we'll keep going and continue around. Wow, look at this for a name here. Here rests the remains of Francis Dalzell Finlay, the founder of the Northern Whig. Born in 1793 and died in 1857, aged 64, and of Marianne, his wife, who died October the 24th, 1866, aged 58. And just down below here we'll see George Washington Finlay, who died January 1842, aged 17 months. Mary Georgina died in 1852, aged 10 and a half years. How sad. George Washington, what a name. 17 months. So rest in peace to the family and those little children there. This place is super. Amazing place. Really is. So much history here. Up the north. We have another one here in memory of Eliza, wife of William Perry, who died the 4th of December 1855, aged 74. More Sinclair family there. See, there's holes in the middle of those. They're kind of like a slate. That's how they're made on those. So we're going to go up the pathway here and have a look. Some of them here, the wrought iron railings, overgrown there. The birds singing in the background. I think there's one in here. We'll have a look at this. This is a beautiful urn. Don't know if you can see that in there. There's a lovely urn. Sarah Rogers. It was erected by Sarah Rogers in loving remembrance of her uncle Hugh Wardlow, who died in 1880. So this cemetery usually is locked up, so we actually had to ring someone. Mark rang somebody to get in here to have a look around. And I suppose they do lock up these old places to keep them protected. You know, you have to, from vandalism and stuff. Beautiful area there, look at that. The green grass, trees, the headstones, and we can see some of the headstones they're trying to keep them supported. They have kind of timber and metal frame around them to keep them supported, which is a good idea. Now the other interesting area out this side as we go right here, some very interesting ones out here now, and it's up this direction, but first of all we'll go over this way and we'll read some of these. Now here we can see, this is what I was talking about, body snatching in the new burying ground. Body snatching or taking away freshly interred corpses was a problem throughout the United Kingdom in the early 19th century because it was the only way of providing material or dissection. Anatomy was taught at the Academy Institution from 1818, and bodies were sold to Thomas in Belfast across the water. There are in fact few documented cases of removals from Clifton Street's graveyard here, perhaps because of its high walls and proximity to houses. However, there is a newspaper report that infant's corpse was raised here in 1824, and this led to the routine employment of watchmen for a few days after a funeral. This was soon given up because of the difficulty in collecting the money to pay the watchmen and their occasional riotous behaviour, drinking and random shooting. Strong metal cages round the coffins were sometimes used to prevent their being opened, and one of these from Clifton Street is preserved in the Ulster Museum. In 1832, it was made legal for anatomy departments to obtain the bodies of paupers which were unclaimed, and the practice of body snatching soon ceased. Wow. So there's some great information there about the body snatching. And we'll have a look at this. Look at this one here. We have cannons on this, and I think they're bugles, are they? 3 cannons on this, like an obelisk style grave. So we'll go back over and I'll show you kind of what I was talking about there, an example of the body snatching. So here on this one we have interred here John Ritchie, shipbuilder, who died the 4th of April 1828, aged 77. Also his wife Jane Ritchie, who died the 26th of January 1837, age 81. Likewise 4 of the children of Alexander and Martha MacLean, namely Helen, Robert, who died in infancy. So this one here that we are looking at right now, this is a well-known person here. This is the Dunville family burial place, a famous whiskey distillery here in Northern Ireland, the Dunville whiskey, if anybody's ever heard of it. And we can see here an example of the grave robbing. So on this family burying area here, you have this big iron door, and I don't know if you'll see it from over there. I'll use my torch, but just over there on the left there's a stone carving there, like a bust of a woman on the left. And there's some more writing on that, but there's vines coming down there, it's hard to see. Sold to its place on high. I think it's a verse that's in there. Amazing to see in there. John Dunville is the name of this. 1786 to 1851, whose family originally hailed from Whitehead, began his career by working for William Napper, who ran a distillery in Bank Lane, now Street. They became partners in 1808, and by 1825 was trading as John Dunville and Co. for many years. So that was the famous John Dunville whiskey, who's buried there.